Hi coin hunters, welcome back on Rare Bucks. You are scrolling through your loose change right now, and I need you to stop everything. Because what I am about to show you in the next few minutes could completely change the way you look at your Jefferson Nickels forever. We are talking about 5 specific coins, all minted right at the turn of the millennium, that are hiding in coin jars, old wallets, and forgotten drawers across America, and some of them are worth thousands of dollars to the right collector. I am your host, and welcome back to CoinX USA, the channel where everyday pocket change turns into extraordinary discoveries. Today we are counting down 5 Jefferson Nickels from the years 2000 through 2003 that you absolutely need to pull out of circulation and examine closely. We are starting at number 5 and working our way down to the single most valuable piece in this lineup, and trust me, by the time we reach number 1, your jaw is going to be on the floor. So do not touch that back button, grab those nickels, and let us get into it. First up, Brave Coin Warrior coming in at number 5 on our countdown. We have the 2000p Jefferson nickel, struck right there at the Philadelphia Mint, bearing that bold P mint mark that tells you exactly where this little 5-cent piece was born. Now before you roll your eyes and say it is just a nickel, I want you to slow down and really think about what you are holding when you have one of these in your hand. The year 2000 was not just any year, it was the dawn of a brand new millennium, a moment in history that people all over the world were watching with held breath, and the Philadelphia Mint was right there pumping out coins that would carry that historic timestamp forever. The 2000p Jefferson nickel features the classic obverse portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States, facing left in that dignified profile that has graced the nickel since 1938. On the reverse, you have Monticello, Jefferson's magnificent Virginia estate, rendered in beautiful relief with the word Monticello beneath it and 5 cents along the bottom rim. The P mint mark sits right below the date on the obverse, quietly telling the world this coin came from Philadelphia. Now let us talk real numbers, because that is what you are here for. In circulated condition, sure, this coin spends as a nickel. But the moment you start moving up the grading ladder, things get very interesting very fast. A mint state example graded MS65 by PCGs or NGC, meaning a gem uncirculated coin with full luster, sharp strikes, and virtually no contact marks, can fetch anywhere from several hundred to well over $1,000 in the current collector market, and that number keeps climbing when you find examples with full steps on Monticello. That is right, the full steps designation, meaning 5 or 6 sharp, uninterrupted steps visible at the base of Monticello on the reverse, is the holy grail for Jefferson nickel collectors. And a 2000p graded MS66 full steps or MS67 full steps has sold at major auction houses for prices that will absolutely make your head spin. We are talking values pushing into the $2,000, $3,000, even $4,000 range for the finest known examples. And here is where it gets even more wild error coins from this year in mint. Strike doubling errors, off-center strikes, and die cap errors on the 2000p have all been documented, and a significant off-center error on this date can command anywhere from $1,500 to over $5,000 depending on the degree of the error and the overall condition of the coin. The face value is 5 cents. The true value to a serious collector? That could be thousands of times higher. So before you spend that 2000p, flip it over and look at those steps on Monticello, because you might be holding a small fortune right now. But hold on, because coming up next, we have the Denver Mint version of this same year, and Denver brought something to the table in 2000 that makes it an entirely different conversation. Stick with me, because coin number 4 is about to blow the 2000p right out of the water. Next up, coin hunters, at number 4, we are shifting from Philadelphia to the Mile High City, and we are looking at the 2000D Jefferson nickel, struck at the Denver Mint and carrying that D mint mark with absolute pride. Denver has a long and celebrated history of producing some of the sharpest, most well-struck coins in the entire United States mint system, and the 2000D is no exception to that legacy. When you hold a high-grade 2000D Jefferson nickel up to the light and tilt it just right, you can see that creamy cartwheel luster rolling across the surface in waves that is the hallmark of a Denver Mint coin that came off the press exactly as it was supposed to, full of life and full of potential value. The design is identical to its Philadelphia counterpart Jefferson on the obverse, Monticello on the reverse, but that D mint mark changes everything in the world of serious numismatics. Collector demand for specific mint marks creates scarcity premiums that can take a common-looking coin and transform it into a genuinely rare prize at the top of the grading scale. In circulated grades, the 2000D moves through pocket change without anyone giving it a second look. But an MS-65 example starts turning heads at values around $800 to $1,200 in today's robust collector market. Push that grade up to MS-66, and you are looking at values in the $1,500 to $2,500 range. And when you find one of those truly spectacular 2000D examples graded MS-67 or above by a top-tier third-party grading service, the price tag can rocket past $3,000 and keep climbing. Especially if that coin carries the coveted full steps designation on Monticello's reverse. Now let us talk about the errors and varieties on the 2000D, because this is where things get absolutely electric. Repunched mint mark varieties on Denver coins from this era are actively hunted by variety specialists, and a confirmed RPM that is a repunched mint mark on a 2000D in decent condition can bring anywhere from $500 to several $1,000s at auction, depending on the strength of the repunching and the overall eye appeal of the coin. Double die obverse varieties have also been documented on 2000D nickels, and a strong D-do showing clear separation in the lettering or Jefferson's portrait can easily fetch $2,000 to over $6,000 in the right auction room when the grade is solid. Die cracks, retained cuds, and broad-struck errors from the Denver Mint in 2000 have all found enthusiastic buyers willing to pay serious money for genuinely rare production mistakes. The bottom line on the 2000D is simple: it looks like a nickel, it weighs like a nickel, and it spends like a nickel. But in the hands of someone who knows what they are looking at, it could be worth thousands of dollars that you never even knew you had. Now I know what you are thinking: 2000 was a landmark year, and those coins are special. But wait until you see what the Philadelphia Mint was doing just 1 year later, because coin number 3 on our countdown is the kind of discovery that makes coin collectors lose sleep at night. Do not go anywhere. Next up, brave coin hunters, at number 3 on our countdown is the 2001 P. Jefferson nickel, and I want you to pay very close attention here, because this coin has a story that most people walking around with one in their pocket have absolutely no idea about. The year 2001 was a year that changed America in ways that are still felt today, and the coins minted in that year carry a weight of history that goes far beyond their 5-cent face value. The Philadelphia Mint struck the 2001 P. Jefferson nickel with the same classic design the series had carried for decades, that strong left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, the elegant rendering of Monticello on the reverse. But what makes this coin extraordinary is not just the history attached to the year. It is what happens when you start grading these coins at the very top of the scale. The 2001 P. Jefferson nickel is considered a conditionally scarce coin in the highest mint state grades, meaning that while millions were struck, relatively few survived in truly pristine gem condition. Most of the coins that came off the Philadelphia press in 2001 went straight into circulation, where they accumulated the hits, scratches, and bag marks that drag a coin's grade down from gem territory into the world of spenders. The survivors, the coins that somehow made it from the mint into collections without sustaining significant contact damage, are the ones that are making headlines in auction rooms right now. An MS-65 example of the 2001 P has been selling in the range of $900 to $1,400 in recent market activity. Step that up to MS-66, and you are in the $2,000 to $3,000 territory. And for those extraordinarily rare MS-67 examples with full steps on Monticello, collectors have paid upward of $4,000 to $7,000 at major numismatic auctions, and the record prices for the finest known specimens push well beyond that figure. The error coin world for the 2001 P is equally thrilling. This date has produced documented off-center strikes, where the design is dramatically shifted from center, creating a visually striking error that is both obvious and dramatic. A strong off-center error, say 20% or more off-center on a 2001 P, can bring anywhere from $2,000 to $8,000 depending on the shift, the condition, and whether the date is fully visible. Broad strikes, die cap errors, and dramatic die cracks on the 2001 P have all found passionate buyers willing to open their wallets wide for a coin that originally left the mint worth exactly 5 cents. The variety community has also documented double die obverse varieties on the 2001 P that are actively listed in major variety reference guides, and confirmed examples in mid to high mint state grades can fetch $3,000 to over $10,000 from serious variety collectors who have been hunting these specific coins for years. If you have a 2001 P Jefferson Nickels sitting anywhere in your collection, I strongly encourage you to get it graded immediately, because you might be sitting on a genuinely life-changing discovery. Now we are getting into the deep end of the pool, because coin number 2 on our countdown comes from 2002, and it has characteristics that set it apart from everything we have looked at so far. The next coin in this lineup is one that dealers are actively seeking out right now, and if you have one in the right condition, you need to know what it is worth before you spend it on a candy bar. Keep watching. Next up, Coin Warrior coming up. Coin number 2 on today's countdown is the 2002 P Jefferson Nickel. And I am going to be direct with you right from the start. This is the coin that serious collectors in the know are hunting the hardest right now. And the reason why comes down to a combination of strike quality, survival rates in top grades, and some of the most spectacular error varieties ever documented on a modern Jefferson nickel. The 2002 P came out of Philadelphia at a time when the Jefferson Nickels series was just a couple of years away from its major redesign. And production practices during this transitional period created some fascinating die characteristics and quality control anomalies that have made certain 2002 P examples extraordinarily valuable on today's market. Let us start with the base values and work our way up to the eye-watering numbers, because the foundation of this coin's value story is compelling even before you get to the errors. A circulated 2002 P is spending money, full stop. But an MS-64 example already starts to show some premium over face, and by the time you reach MS-65, you are looking at values in the $1,000 to $1,600 range in current market conditions. MS-66 specimens have been trading in the $2,500 to $3,500 range at major coin shows and online auctions, and the elite MS-67 pieces, particularly those with the full steps designation, have realized prices at auction that push firmly into the $5,000 to $9,000 bracket. The finest known examples of the 2002 P in top pop grades have set records that would make anyone who spent one of these nickels in 2002 cry actual tears. But the error story on the 2002 P is where this coin truly separates itself from the pack. The Philadelphia Mint produced a number of dramatic mechanical doubling errors on the 2002 P that are well documented in error coin reference guides, and strong examples of these double dies have sold for $4,000 to $12,000 in recent auction activity. There is also a particularly fascinating clipped planchet error documented on the 2002 P coins that were struck on blanks that had a portion clipped away during the planchet preparation process, leaving the finished coin with a distinctive curved or straight clip, and these dramatic errors in mint state condition have brought prices between $2,000 and $7,000, depending on the clip size and overall eye appeal. Wrong planchet errors. 2002 P Jefferson nickel dies striking a planchet intended for a different denomination are among the rarest and most valuable errors in the entire modern nickel series. and confirmed examples have sold for prices that reach well into 5 figures. Yes, you read that correctly. A 5-cent coin struck on the wrong planche can be worth tens of thousands of dollars to the right collector. And the 2002p has produced exactly those kinds of jaw-dropping discoveries. Check every 2002p you own. Weigh it. Examine it. Have it authenticated. Because the treasure could be sitting in plain sight. And now we have arrived at the coin that sits at the very top of this countdown. The number 1 spot, the single most compelling Jefferson nickel in our entire lineup today. The 2003p is a coin that has a secret, and that secret is worth more money than most people earn in months. This is the one you have been waiting for. Here we go. Next up. The most exciting, the most valuable. Coin number 1, the absolute pinnacle of today's countdown. We have the 2003p Jefferson nickel, and I want to take a moment before we get into the values to just appreciate what this coin represents in the arc of the Jefferson Nickels series. 2003 was the final year of the classic reverse Monticello design before the United States Mint launched its Westward Journey nickel series in 2004 and 2005, fundamentally transforming the look of the 5-cent piece for the first time in generations. That makes the 2003p something genuinely special. In a historical context, it is the last of a kind. The closing chapter on a design that had graced American pocket change since 1938. And that numismatic significance is absolutely baked into its collector value at the highest grade levels. The 2003p Jefferson nickel in circulated condition is, like the others in today's lineup, a spender. But the moment you start examining these in high mint state grades, the numbers become extraordinary. Gem MS65 examples of the 2003p have been trading in the $1,200 to $1,800 range, reflecting both collector demand for this final year classic design and the genuine scarcity of truly pristine surviving specimens. MS66 examples have brought prices ranging from $3,000 to $5,000 at major numismatic auction houses, and the top-tier MS67 specimens, especially those with the treasured full steps designation, have realized prices between $7,000 and over $12,000 when they come up for sale, which is not often, because the people who own them know exactly what they have and they hold on tight. The absolute finest known examples of the 2003p in the highest certified grades represent the capstone of an entire generation of Jefferson nickel collecting, and when those coins come to market, serious collectors open their checkbooks without hesitation. The error landscape on the 2003p is the most dramatic in today's entire lineup, and that is saying something given what we have already covered. Because 2003 was the last year of this design, die usage patterns changed significantly toward the end of the production run, and late-stage die deterioration created some extraordinary double die varieties that were struck with worn, stressed dies, producing visually dramatic results. A confirmed strong double die obverse on a 2003p in MS65 condition has sold for prices in the $5,000 to $15,000 range, and top-grade examples with full eye appeal have exceeded those figures at the right auction. Off-center strikes on the 2003p are particularly collectible because of the final year status of the Monticello reverse, and a dramatic off-center with a visible date and a strong portion of both Jefferson's portrait and Monticello showing can command anywhere from $3,000 to over $10,000. Missing clad layer errors, indent errors, and die cap errors from the 2003p are all documented, and all bring significant premiums. We are talking values in the $4,000 to $20,000 range for the most dramatic and visually compelling examples in the finest conditions. And perhaps the most stunning variety associated with the 2003p is the suite of repunched date and misaligned die errors that specialists have documented in recent years, with confirmed major examples in solid grades fetching prices that remind every coin collector why you never ever spend a nickel without looking at it first. The 2003p Jefferson nickel is not just the #1 coin in today's countdown. It is a monument to the end of an era, a 5-cent piece that carries 65 years of American numismatic history on its tiny frame. And in the right grade, with the right variety attribution, it is a coin that can genuinely change your financial situation. Pull every single 2003p you own out of circulation right now. Put it in a flip, get it looked at by a professional, and find out if you are holding one of the rarest examples known. Because somewhere out there, someone has a 2003p sitting in a coin jar on their dresser that is worth more than their car. Final thoughts, and that is a wrap on today's countdown of 5 Jefferson Nickels from the 2000 to 2003 era that could be worth thousands of dollars hiding in your pocket change right now. From the historic millennium year 2000p and 2000d all the way up to the final classic design of the 2003p sitting at #1, every single coin we covered today is proof that the real treasures in American numismatics are not always locked away in museum vaults. Sometimes they are sitting in a glass jar on your kitchen counter waiting to be discovered. If you learned something new today, if you are running to check your coin collection right now, or if you already found one of these nickels in your change, I want to hear about it in the comments below. Drop your finds, your questions, your grades this community loves to celebrate every discovery together. And if you are not subscribed to Rare Bucks yet, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell right now, because we drop new coin content every single week and you cannot afford to miss a single video. Stay sharp, keep searching, and we will see you in the next one.